Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my YouTube channel Calculus and Mathematics Learning. In the previous video, we started and commenced with exercise number 3.4, totally related with the K theorem, which has already completed. Today we are going to start exercise number 3.5. Question number 1 tells that a hedge is made of wooden planks. Thickness of a hedge varies directly as number of planks n. 4 planks make 12 cm thick edge. Find thickness of the hedge when number of planks is 6. This is the first part in the question number 1. Second part of the question number 1 tells that find the number of planks when the thickness of the hedge is 9 cm. Solution. In the given, they tells that a hedge is made of wooden planks. Thickness of a hedge varies directly as the number of planks n. Less the thickness is T. Thickness is represented by T. Suppose, and number of planks is let's suppose represented by n. Number of planks is represented by n. So they tells that thickness of a hedge, which is T, is directly related with the number of planks, which is n. Now removing the proportionality and bringing is equal to constant k n. They tells that 4 planks made 12 cm thick edge. So from here we divide both sides with n. So the value of k will be equal to thickness divided by number of planks. Thickness is 12 cm put here. So the value of k will be equal to thickness 12 cm divided by n. N is the number of planks, which is 4. So k will be equal to 3. This is the constant. Constant have no unit. Now we are moved to find the thickness of a hedge when the number of planks is 6. Using the same relation, T is equal to Kn. T is equal to Kn. So we are going to find the thickness, which is T, is equal to K is 3, multiplying the number of planks is 6 in part 1. So the thickness of the hedge will be equal to 6 multiplied 3 gives us 18 centimeter. This is the thickness. Now finding part 2, number of planks when the thickness of a hedge is 9 cm, using T is equal to Kn. Divide both sides with K. So number of planks will be equal to thickness divided by constant K. So number of planks will be equal to thickness is 9 cm divided by K is 3 cm. So the number of planks will be equal to 3. So this is the solution to the first question related with exercise number 3.5 variation. To question number 2 of exercise number 3.5 related with chapter number 3 variation class 10 mathematics KPK board Pakistan. Question number 2 tells that solution. In a fountain, pressure P of water at any interval point varies directly as a depth d from the surface. Pressure is 51 Newton per centimeter square when the depth is 3 cm. Find pressure when the depth is 7 cm. Firstly, we are given that pressure of water is directly related with depth d. Pressure is directly related with depth. Removing proportionality and bringing is equal to constant k d. Divide both sides with d. So the value of k is equal to P divided by d. So the value of k will be equal to pressure varies directly is depth d from the surface. Pressure is 51 Newton per centimeter square. So 51 Newton per centimeter square is pressure divided by depth is 3 centimeter. Depth is 3 centimeter. So the value of k will be equal to 3 multiply 17. It gives us 51. So 51 divided by 3 gives us 17. And the unit will be Newton divided by this is centimeter square in division. So in division, this centimeter square we multiply with this centimeter, it gives us centimeter cube. So 17 Newton per centimeter cube. This is the constant, centimeter cube. We are interested in the pressure. Find pressure when the depth is 7 cm using the same relation. P is equal to Kd. So find pressure, find P. K is actually 17 Newton per centimeter cube, can be written as centimeter square dot centimeter. Multiplying depth is 7 cm. This centimeter we cancel out the centimeter. 7 multiply 17 gives us 49. 7 and 4 it gives us 11. So the pressure of the fountain is 119 Newton per centimeter square when the depth of the fountain is 7 centimeter. So this is the answer. To question number 3 of exercise number 3.5 variation solution. Question 3 tells that pressure P of a gas is in a container varies directly as a temperature T. When the pressure is 50 Newton per meter square, the temperature is 75 degrees centigrade. Find the pressure when the temperature is 150 degrees centigrade. Firstly, that tells that pressure directly related with temperature. Directly related with the temperature. Removing proportionality and bringing is equal to constant K T. Divide both sides with T. So the value of K will be equal to P divided by temperature T. So the value of K will be equal to pressure is 50 Newton per meter square. 50 Newton per meter square. Multiplying in the division temperature is 75 degree. 75 degrees centigrade. So the value of K will be equal to 50 can be written as 5 multiply 5 multiply 2. 5 multiply 5 gives us 25 and 25 multiply 2 gives us 50. Newton divided by 75 can be written as 5 multiply 5. It gives us 25 and 25 multiply 3 gives us 75 meter square and degree centigrade. So this 5 will cancel out with this 5 and this 5 will cancel out with this 5. So we are left with K is equal to 2 Newton divided by 3 meter square degree centigrade. This is the constant. But we are interested in the pressure when the temperature is 150 degrees centigrade using the same relation P is equal to KT. So P is equal to KT. So the value of P will be equal to K is 2 Newton divided by 3 meter square degree centigrade multiplying. The temperature in this case is 150 degrees centigrade. So 150 can be written as 3 multiply 5. It gives us 15 and 15 multiply 10 gives us 150 degree centigrade. This 3 will cancel out with 3 and degree will cancel out with degree. So we are left with P is equal to 2 multiply 5. It gives us 10 and 10 multiply 10 gives us 100. 100 Newton divided by meter square. So the pressure in a container is 100 Newton per meter square when the temperature is 150 degrees centigrade. So this is the required answer. Move to question number 4 of exercise number 3.5 chapter 3 variation KPK board class 10 mathematics. So this question is very necessary for Air Force test, for Navy test, for FC, for Pakistan Army. This is also necessary for NTS test, for Punjab Public Service Commission test. So this question is necessary for so much. So solution. They tells that 8% complete the work in 10 days. Then how many days will take 10 persons to complete the same work? Let's suppose this is persons and this is days. 8 persons 8 persons can complete the job in 10 days. So then how many days will 10%? 10% then how many days will 10% take to complete the same work? Let us suppose the number of days in this case is X. If you see here, the number of person is increasing. So it means that if the person is increasing, so the number of days will require lesser to complete the same job. So in this case, the variation is inverse. So in inverse variation, we multiplying horizontally. So 8 multiply 10 will be equal to 10 multiply X. So 10 will cancel out with 10. So we are just left with X is equal to 8 days. So 8 days will required for 10% to complete the same job. So it means that the days will be required lesser for the 10%. If the person is decreasing, it means that the number of days will increasing for the same work. So this is the answer. To question number 5 of exercise number 3.5 chapter 3 variation. Volume of V of a gas varies inversely as a pressure P according to the Boyle's law. if the pressure is 300 Newton per meter square, when volume is equal to 4 meter cube, find the pressure P when the volume is 3 meter cube. So solution. Using Boyle law, volume is inversely related with the pressure. According to the given question, volume is inversely related with pressure. Remove proportionality and bring a constant K divided by P. P shift to the left hand side, it becomes K is equal to PV. That is that pressure is 300 Newton per meter square. So put here 300 Newton per meter square multiplying volume is 4 meter cube. 4 meter cube can be written as meter square dot meter. So meter square we can start with meter square. So we are left with 300 multiply 4, it gives us 1200 Newton meter. This is the constant of the variation. Now we are required to find the pressure when the volume is equal to 3 meter cube using the same relation, K is equal to PV. The value of K is equal to 1200 Newton meter, put here 1200 Newton dot meter is equal to pressure. We are going to find the pressure and multiplying volume is 3 meter cube. Meter cube can be written as meter square dot meter. So the meter is cancelled out with meter on both sides. So we are left with 1200 Newton is equal to P multiplying 3 meter square. Divide both sides with 3 meter square. 3 meter square we can start with 3 meter square. On the right hand side it becomes pressure is equal to 1200 divided by 3. It gives us 400 Newton divided by meter square. So our required pressure is 400 Newton per meter square when the volume of the given cylinder is 3 meter cube. To question number 6 of exercise number 3.5 variation. Question 6 tells that attraction force F between two magnets varies inversely as a square of the distance d between them. If the force is 18 Newton when the distance is 2 cm, find the distance when the attraction force is 2 Newton. Solution. Force is inversely related with square of the distance. So force is inversely related with the square of the distance. Let's suppose the distance is r square. That tells that the distance is d. So let's suppose take d here, not r, because that tells already that the distance is d. So this d square. Force is inversely related with d square. Removing proportionality and bringing is equal to k divided by d square. Shift d square to the left hand side, it becomes k is equal to fd square. Putting the value of f and d for finding the value of constant k. Force is 18 newtons. Put here 18 Newton. Multiply d square. So d is 2 centimeter whole square. So it becomes k is equal to 18 Newton multiply 4 centimeter square. So 4 multiply 18 gives us 72 Newton centimeter square. This is the value of a constant k. We are interested in finding the distance when the attraction force is 2 Newton using this relation, k is equal to fd square. K is equal to fd square. Divide both sides with f. So the value of d square is equal to k divided by f. So d square is equal to k is actually 72, which can be written as 18 multiply 4. And the unit of k is Newton centimeter square. Newton centimeter square divided by f. F is actually 2 Newton. 2 Newton. Newton is cancelled out with Newton. 2 multiply 1 gives us 2 and 2 multiply 2 gives us 4. So d square is equal to 18 multiply 2 gives us 36 centimeter. 36 centimeter square, taking under root on the both sides. So square will cancel out with under root. So we are left with the distance t is equal to under root 36 is actually 6. And this square will cancel out with under root. So we are left with centimeter just. So the distance is 6 centimeter in the force is 2 Newton on these two magnets. So this is the required answer. Move to the last question of exercise number 3.5 chapter 3 variation. Last question, question 7 tells that volume of a right circular cylinder varies giantly as a height and scale of the radius. The volume of a right circular cylinder with a radius 4 cm and a height 7 cm is 352 cm cube. Find volume of another circular cylinder with a radius 8 cm and height 4 cm. Solution. Let us that volume is giantly related with height and square of the radius. Height and square of the radius. So remove proportionality and bringing is equal to k h r square. Divide both sides with h r square. So we are left with k is equal to v divided by h r square. So putting the value, v is equal to 352, which can be written as 4 multiply 22. It gives us 352 divided by h is 7 centimeter. Multiplying r square, r is 4 centimeter. So 4 centimeter multiply 4 centimeter. So the value of k will be equal to 4 and 4 is cancelled out with 4 and 4. Centimeter is cancelled centimeter cube. So we are left with 22 divided by 7. This is the value of a constant k. But we are interested in the volume of a cylinder with radius 8 and height 4 using the same relation. V is equal to k h r square. So V is equal to k is 22 divided by 7. We find out here, and h is 4 centimeter in this case. So multiplying r square, so 8 square, 8 multiply 8 centimeter square. So 8 multiply 8 gives us 64, and 22 multiply 4, it gives us 22 multiply 4, it gives us 88. Multiplying 8 multiply 8 gives us 64 divided by 7. So 88 multiplying 64, 32 plus 3, 35, 0, 48, 4, 6 multiply 8, it gives us 48, and plus 4, it gives us 52. So 2, 8 plus 5, it gives us 13, 1, 3 plus 1, 4, and 4 plus 2, it gives us 6, 5. So the answer is 5632 divided by 7 centimeter cube. So the volume of another cylinder with a radius 8 and height 4 is V is equal to 5632 centimeter cube divided by 7. This is the answer. So with this question, the exercise number 3.5 is completed. Thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel and also hit the bell icon for the latest and upcoming videos of mathematics. Thank you.